welcome back to Lights Camera Bake. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of an experiment. It's not really experimenting that much. I mean, in a recipe I've changed some of the ingredients, but it's more that I haven't made this recipe before. I was going to do a comparison recipe, but the recipe I'm doing is pecan squares, and the recipe I found is in a very old magazine, and I haven't seen it anywhere else. I couldn't find it on the internet or anything, so I have nothing to compare it to. I did, like I say, change a few of the ingredients and that sort of thing, and I'm also going to change the name. They're called pecan squares in this recipe, but I'm going to call them chocolate pecan squares. Really, because, well, I can, because I want to, and it does have chocolate in it, so everyone's clear on what's in them. First, just grease a tin like this, and we make the base first, which is butter, icing sugar and flour. It's very similar to another base that I have made before, and it is very nice. With this, I did decrease the amount of butter. It originally says 450 grams and I cut it down to about 130. It also called for only half a cup of sugar, and I did increase it just slightly to get sort of more of a nice sort of shortbready texture. So I'll see how it turns out that way. So a food processor or just a normal hand mixer, just put the flour, butter and icing sugar together, and we just mix this. So that seems to be all mixed. This is what mine looks like, so it's like fine, very fine breadcrumbs with a few little lumps. So then we just pour it into the tin, and then we just spread it around evenly. So the base will look like this, and once you've done that, place the base into a preheated oven at 180 degrees and just cook the base for 15 minutes, and then you take it out and allow it to cool. So while that's cooking, what would a pecan slice be without pecans? So we take some pecans, and then we just need to coarsely chop them, so however big you want really, but I'm going to cut them reasonably small. And to be honest, I've actually never had a pecan, so this is going to be all new to me. I've heard that they're quite sweet. To me they look like walnuts, so yeah, I don't know. If you wanted, you could probably use any nut for this slice, but I think to try it I'm going to definitely stick to the pecans. It's almost like the date slice, having to chop things, but these are actually very easy to chop. In fact, you can almost rip them if you wanted to. Like so. Oh, very easy to rip, in fact almost easier than chopping. Make sure your hands are clean for this. No one wants dirty fingers all over their food. Okay, so once you've broken up the nuts, you should have enough for about 2 cups. What I have in this bowl is about 1 1/3 cups, and there's heaps here, so for me that's plenty because, well, I have never tried pecans before, so this is going to be a learning experience. B, that's all I have, and C, pecans are expensive. So if you're wanting to save a bit of money, this does look like quite a lot, but if you love pecans and you want it completely pecan fit, so yeah, if you like nuts, if you're nuts about nuts, yeah, you can do 2 cups or more. By now, your base should be ready. It looks very pale, but you can tell that it's cooking because around the outside it's getting a bit browner. So now that that's done, we just let it sit and cool while we do the next step. So in a saucepan, just heat the condensed milk and 200 grams of chocolate. What I like to do is go 1 for the condensed milk, 1 for me, 1 for the condensed milk, 1 for me. I'm kidding. Make sure there's 200 grams. There's one thing I will not skimp out on, is the chocolate. Even if I did steal some. So once the chocolate's all melted, we just take it off the heat and allow it to sit for about 2 or 3 minutes, just so that when we add eggs, it doesn't scramble. To the chocolate mixture, just add some vanilla essence and 2 eggs. I'm wondering if maybe I could make it without 2 eggs, just 1, but I'm not going to risk that, so you just mix them in. So once they're mixed in, add the flour, just a little bit of flour, 1/4 of a cup, and just slowly mix that. Okay, so once that's all mixed in, we just pour it over the base like that. Oh, that looks so good. Just make sure that it's completely covering. Right, so once your pecans are added into your mixture, pour it in over top and spread it evenly. So that's what it looks like. So then we do put it back in the oven for about 25 minutes and then we get to eat it. Okay, so I just got it out of the oven and as you can see with the holes, I've checked that it's cooked in the middle, and it is. So yeah, I'm just going to let that cool a little bit and then I'll cut it and I'll try it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It looks really yummy and gooey. So I'm going to try this. This is really yummy. Pecans are really nice. I think the 1 1/3 cup of pecans is plenty for me, because you certainly get them through it, so yeah. It's delicious. And while I'm eating this, I'm sort of thinking, I wonder if I could make a no-bake version. So if you're interested to see my ideas of a no-bake version of this slice, comment below and I will make a video of it. So yeah, until then, make it.